Jeez.
That was an unofficial question.
Yeah, right.
Official question.
Fair, yeah. Now we're on.
Thanks for the time, Coach. Appreciate it. Northern Kentucky kind of came out and they looked like they had no fear to start the game. Can you talk about what they did and kind of what you didn't see your team doing?
Well, yeah, give them credit. I thought they showed up. Northern Kentucky, they were ready to go, and they played really, really well in the first half. And, we did not show up with the focus and intensity that we needed to do to kind of impose our will in the game from the start, and they made us pay.
And going back to the Northwestern game, this is kind of the second one in a row where the team comes out, and you mentioned after the Northwestern game overlooking the opponent. What were you kind of telling the team at halftime? Was that part of the? Yeah,
like we got to play, and our effort, intensity, and focus was bad in the first half, like really bad. And if we're not going to win if we play like that, clearly. And, in the second half, we played kind of the way we're supposed to play, and I think like we're kind of like an all or nothing team. We're playing really hard and fighting, scratching, clawing for 94 feet, and we're making ourselves very difficult to play against. When we're not, we're really easy to play against, and that was the tale of two halves, and there's not much in between, and so we better figure out real quick that we've got to get that going for 40 minutes, or else somebody's gonna make us pay quickly.
Coach, I think sometimes it can be easy to take somebody like Jelani Cambridge for granted. Obviously, your guys' leading scorer several times, but I guess what can you say about being able to rely on her as much as you guys have been so far?
Yeah, no, Jelani's a great player, and she's playing really well this year. We rely on her for quite a bit, and we don't have a lot of other people scoring consistently, and so she's kind of picked up the load there. And I think we've got a lot of better capable people who just need to kind of find some consistency here for us to be a little more balanced on the offensive end.
When you guys are kind of having a cold three-point shooting night, even if you're getting good looks, do you kind of want your team to push through some of that bad shooting, or I guess how do you want your team to approach that?
Yeah, I mean, as I told them, we didn't take like a lot of contested ones, but if we're missing, we don't want to take several in a row. We got to find a way to get to the free throw line or get the ball around the basket. Sometimes if you're taking bad contested ones, you say, hey, we got to quit taking those. I don't think that was the case. I thought we were open. We were shooting. We just weren't making them. So we've got to find a way to get around the basket and do, just get a different shot.
You spoke about the lack of intensity in the first half. How much did the steals in the defense in the second half kind of wake up that intensity?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we could do that from the jump and kind of like start the, kind of maybe put them back on their heels, but we didn't, and they made us pay to their credit. But we finally started to play really hard, and I think that obviously had an effect, as we could all see, and so we've got to find that for closer to 40 minutes for sure.
I know Elsa's stats aren't where they were at the end of last season, but it looks like she's building confidence on the court. Can you just talk about how she's feeling compared to the start of the season? Yeah.
I think each game, each week, she gets a little more confident in herself and her body, and just kind of, I think you're going to see that reflective in more consistent and effective play. And we need her. We need her presence. We need her length and her size out there. And so I'm really happy to see her progressing.
In the first quarter, you have Tiana and Chance out there. Offensively, they're trying to give a push to the team. But once you brought in Ava and Brent, it seemed like the game calmed down. Defensively, you had them playing and slowing down North Kentucky. Excuse me. What kind of pressure does that put on your upperclassmen starters whenever you have underclassmen coming in and kind of slowing the game down for you?
Yeah, no, I thought Ava and Brent did a really nice job off the bench, and that's going to be another key for us, is to continue to get them quality minutes so we can develop our depth, because we're going to need that when we get in Big Ten play. And but yeah, I was pleased with both Ava and Brent, and I really liked the way they played tonight.
And then Kylie was taking more shots outside of the paint today.
Yeah.
Was that by design to get her to get people out of the paint, or how was that planned?
Yeah, she's in practice, she makes those shots. She hasn't made them as much in the game, and we want her to score around the basket, but she does have a lot of versatility where she can make those shots, and I thought she missed some good shots. She got some really good shots around the basket and didn't make them, and so I think she was just trying to show a little balance in what she was doing, and she's capable of that.
And then my last one, Kennedy today, I think it's her 6th game in a row having at least 4 steals, had 10 steals today. Have you seen somebody as consistently defending as Kennedy? I mean, she's doing things that, JC, Celeste, other folks have not done in recent years.
Yeah, she plays really hard, number one. Probably as important, or maybe more importantly, she takes a lot of pride in it. And I don't think there's anybody in our team that takes more pride in their defense and trying to disrupt the other team than Kennedy. And so I'm happy for her that she's is having success in that space because she's working really hard at it.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.